Hey, and welcome back to episode number 7 of the Music Theory for Guitarists series. And in this video, we're going to be talking about modes. A mode, simply put, is another name for a scale, but there's a bit of a difference. So let's take a look at the C major scale, which you should know from previous videos. And if you haven't checked out the previous videos in this series, do that before watching this video because there's vital information in there that you need to know. The C major scale is made up of the notes C, D, E, F, G, A, B, and we start again on C. A mode is if we were to take this same very scale, but move the starting point to another note. So for example, if we were to take the C major scale, and instead of starting on C, we'd start it on D, we'd get the notes D, E, F, G, A, B, C. So that would be a mode. There are 7 modes because there are 7 notes in the major scale, meaning that we can start from each different point of the scale. Think of it this way. If you had the days of the week, Monday through to Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. If we started the week on Monday, that would be the first mode. If we started the week on Tuesday, and went Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, that would be the second mode, and so on. It's kind of a similar idea to that. Now, we said in the key of C, we have particular chords available to us. We've got the chords C major, D minor, E minor, F major, G major, A minor, and B diminished. Now, all these chords are still available to us when we start using the modes. So let's take a look at all the different modes we can create from the C major scale. So obviously we've got the C major scale, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, and the modal name for that is Ionian. Then we have the second mode, which goes D, E, F, G, A, B, C. And that mode is called Dorian, and we're starting on D, so it's going to be D Dorian. The next mode is going to start on E, so we have the notes E, F, G, A, B, C, D. And that is the third mode, so that is E Phrygian. The third mode is always called Phrygian. Then the fourth mode, we have the notes F, G, A, B, C, D, E, and F, and that creates F Lydian. The fourth mode is Lydian. The fifth mode, we're going to start from G, and we've got G, A, B, C, D, E, F, and G again, and that is called Mixolydian. So the fifth mode is Mixolydian. The sixth mode is A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and A again, and that creates Aeolian. And another name for Aeolian is the minor scale. You might be quite familiar with the minor scale, and Aeolian is the modal name for that. And then the seventh and final scale, or the seventh and final mode we have, is B, C, D, E, F, G, A, and then B again. And that creates Locrian, B Locrian. The seventh mode is called Locrian. Now you may be wondering, if all of the notes are the same, what's the point of using modes if they're just the C major scale? Well, if we emphasize the particular root or tonic note of each of these modes, then we can create vastly different sounds with these modes. So let's take a look at the different sounds we can create. With the major scale, you get quite a happy sound. With the Dorian scale, you get a bit of a jazzy, bluesy kind of sound. With the Phrygian scale, you get a kind of Middle Eastern, flamenco-y, kind of mysterious, dark kind of sound. With Lydian, you get a very bright, floaty, dreamy kind of sound. And with Mixolydian, you get kind of a optimistic, kind of joyful kind of vibe with it. With Aeolian, you get a dark sound. And with Locrian, you get a kind of tense, dark, unresolved kind of sound. So. And we create these different sounds by obviously emphasizing the tonic note of the particular mode and playing the chord that the mode is based off. So obviously the first mode, C major, is based off a C major chord. Then the second note of the C major scale is D, and we get a D minor chord. So that means our Dorian scale is based around a D minor chord. Then the third mode is based around a minor chord as well. The fourth mode is based around a major chord. The fifth mode is based around a major chord. The sixth mode is based around a minor chord. And the seventh mode is based around a diminished chord. Each one of these modes has a particular characteristic note as well. So as we mentioned with the C major scale, we have particular intervals that make up the scale. So we've got the root, the major second, major third, perfect fourth, perfect fifth, major sixth, and major seventh. Now each mode has a different set of these intervals, and that's what gives each mode its particular sound. Now the Dorian mode has a root, a major second, a flat third, a fourth, a fifth, a major sixth, a minor seventh, and that is Dorian. Now with Dorian, there's a particular characteristic note which is the major sixth. And if you target at major sixth, then you really get a cool Dorian sound. With Phrygian, we have our root, we have a flat second, a flat third, our fourth, our fifth, a flat sixth, a flat seventh, and the note you want to target most is the flat second there to get a cool Phrygian sound. With Lydian, we have a sharp 4 in there, that is our target note. All of the intervals are a root, major second, major third, sharp fourth, perfect fifth, major sixth, major seventh. So it's just like a major scale, but our fourth note is one semitone higher. And with Mixolydian, we have a root, a second, a third, a fourth, a fifth, a sixth, and a flat seventh. And that flat seventh there is the note you want to be targeting, as it's the Mixolydian's characteristic note. And with the Aeolian mode, we have a root, a second, a flat third, a fourth, a fifth, a flat sixth, a flat seventh, and the target note there is the flat sixth, which gives it its dark sound. And with Locrian, we have a root, a flat second, a flat third, a fourth, a flat fifth, a flat sixth, and a flat seventh. And the note you most want to target there is the flat fifth. It has a very dissonant kind of sound to it. So each mode has particular characteristic notes that make it sound different. Even though we're using the same 7 notes of the C major scale, you can create a vast array of different sounds. And if you check on my channel, I've got videos on the different modes as well. And I'll be doing more videos on different modes, so make sure you check those out. Now we're going to jump into a quiz so that you can see how much of this information you have retained. Make sure you watch back the video if you can't answer a particular question, and we'll see you in the quiz. So I've got 5 questions here for you. The first question is, what are the names of the modes? The second question is, what is the characteristic note of the Lydian mode? The third question is, what is the characteristic note of the Locrian mode? The fourth question is, what is the characteristic note of the Phrygian mode? And the fifth question is, what is the characteristic note of Mixolydian? Now, if you can answer all these questions correctly, I think you've got a pretty good idea of the modes and how they work. And now it's just time to learn all the particular modes, which you can do on my channel and online. There's loads of resources. So if you enjoyed this video, please click like, subscribe to my channel, and let me know what you thought in the comments. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments too, and I'll see you in the next video.